Did it help?
When I saw that,
Hmm.
I was just seeing it. I was like, the song that was there, right? It was like we did like from the E major chord thing, right? Ah,
Ha.
yeah. I actually,
Song that about the buses and how
yeah,
you
yeah,
were.
yeah, yeah.
I remember.
I went too deep into it. Like I started writing journals
Nice.
in my home.
Nice.
I got so inspired by, like I told you, right, the Oasis and
Ha.
Beatles, right? I got so inspired. I like, it's just not like the key, right? They just they like, so what I learned was like that the bands in those era, right? They
Hmm.
just played what sounded good rather than
Yes.
just being exact. Ah, yeah, it's an E major chord, like Ace major seven. It was not
Ha.
like that. They just played it with the feel, and it sounded right, and that's why it sounds so humanly. Now it's
Ha.
like they play the repeated three chords, and that's why it sounds boring, according.
But there is no variation to those. As in, even if you're playing the same three chords,
Yeah.
but then there is no dynamics, not variation,
Yeah,
dynamics
yeah, yeah,
to it.
exactly,
There
exactly.
is no
That's
dynamics to
also
it.
the thing.
So, I think one way to look at it, what you just said, I mean, I'll agree with it. Instead of playing, knowing an A chord,
Yeah,
okay, so what I try to do sometimes when I practice is, I play a random chord on a piano
yeah,
or on a guitar,
yeah.
some random chord, and I um, try to listen to it a couple of times to see how it
Voices.
so how is it making me feel,
Exactly.
sort of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the old age, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
the more you'll understand it, the
Yeah,
more
yeah.
you'll be able to relate.
The feel is
Ha.
there. Yeah, it's kind of like a ballad kind of
Yeah,
sound.
so this I know would not go with if the lyrics are say if I'm happy and you know it, clap your hands. So I know this would not go with it. Yeah, because now I have that sort of an ear for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah, the feel, the
Ha.
theme.
So I think you're going in the right direction.
It's like I like it's like when I studied too deep on those bands, right?
Hmm.
Like nowadays, like what I noticed was like everyone nowadays like learn on the according to muscle memory. That's why it sounds so repeated. Like Guns N'
Ha.
Roses, like they repeat the same
Hmm.
thing. Why those were originals rather than now it's just rip-offs? It's just no one plays with feels, like no one, like they don't play it when it sounds good. They just play according to if it's right in the theoretical means.
Uh, yeah, that is also there, but I think a lot of it is that that culture of knowing what are the basics and using it to your advantage or to your liking,
Yeah.
is that mindset is missing. As
Yeah,
in, so if you know, for example, A minor scale,
yeah, yeah,
good, you know that scale,
yeah, yeah.
but then how do you use it? That's the
Exactly.
concept.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's
once you try, so what I try to do sometimes is I try to use the same four chords which I've used in the past say 3 days
mm,
and try to do something different with it.
yeah, same.
Ha.
It's like I remember, like you exactly said the same thing, like the voices. They use the same four chords for like 10 different songs, literally, and it felt so different. It's
Yeah.
like it's all based on the dynamics,
Yes.
literally.
Yes. So you can go this or it just depends on what you're trying to do.
I know.
Increase the bass a little bit. The bass is the closest to you.
Yo, this one.
Ha.
I put the pickup at the max. It sounds bright.
Ha. Too bright.
You know.
Ha. So again, so when you're changing na, just make sure you're muting with your thumb,
Oh,
because in bass especially, if that keeps on ringing, then there is a very odd
it's
sound.
like sudden
It's
mute.
ha. No, no, no. The point is, so do not let it ring if you're playing some other note.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
after that, once you're playing this one,
Oh,
so mute this one.
oh,
Don't just mute it. Keep it there.
yeah.
You're trying to. So now you're becoming too conscious and you're making an effort. Just let it stay there.
Yeah.
Whatever you were doing, I was just doing something.
No, no, no.
So this is where I'm just placing my thumb
Yeah.
to mute this. Huh? That's it. So it's particularly in bass, if there are two notes ringing, then not intentional,
Yeah.
then it sounds odd. Nice.
Two mosquitoes.
Nee, only one insect, something was there
Oh, okay,
flying
okay,
around.
yeah. It's annoying, right?
Ha.
Yeah, in my home, there are like 3-4 insects just while playing guitar. I play so intensely, and then
Ah.
something like
The irritating thing is they're coming in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
If you're here, I don't mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I can't see you. And
Yeah,
I can't hear you also. But if you're coming in front of my eyes, then it feels odd.
it's so annoying.
Nice, yeah. This was nice.
Yeah.
So you've been nice, yeah. You've been practicing a lot.
Yeah. It's like instead of sleep, I've been playing guitars
Nice.
all time. I play like all my favorite albums, and I just play the guitar along with that. I just
Ha.
jam rather than perfecting the stuff. I
Or
just play.
learning what they did, you're just jamming with that rhythm.
Yeah, they just play their songs, and I just insert my
nice.
input. Like I'm trying to get
Nice,
influences.
yeah, nice. That was what you were trying to learn last time also.
Yeah.
Improvisation. Decrease the bass a little and too little.
No, I'm not hitting hard.
No, you're right. The bass is too little less.
Is it fine?
No, it's fine. The electric is audible.
Just a little bit.
I think that is a little bit more.
Wait, I'll make it more subtle.
Then the bass is fine. Lower the other two knobs also a little. Ha. And increase the bass a little. Ha. That's it. It's fine for you now?
Yeah, it's fine.
Need do anything?
Wait, let me just.
So let's do one thing now. Let's
Okay.
make it a bit more as in,
Synchronized.
or let's go somewhere with it.
Okay, fine.
Okay. One thing, the obvious thing and the easiest thing is to do something. See, the easiest thing about music is that you can just do it for yourself. As in, if I was in your place right now, I would have been writing something on either the banks
I mean,
or
I could.
the money it takes to get a good education.
It's like I don't want to be like I. It's like I want to go with an optimistic approach. It's like
So what is the optimism you see from here, as in, or you did not, matlab, it was always something that
When
it
I-
happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I don't care.
when I think about it, it's like I get a thought. It's like until it's my turn, right?
Hmm.
I'll understand until it's my turn, right? I'll
Hmm.
understand the way it was very necessary.
Hmm.
Why it didn't happen at that
Hmm.
time. There might be something in the
Hmm.
future that's greater than that. I might be like,
Everything happens
yeah,
for a reason.
yeah, everything happens for a reason. You need to go to the flow. I can't be like a shitted about it and
Ha.
be like, and I blame the world and blame my
So,
dad.
what is your current thought process on the complete situation? If I would have to ask you to write 4 lines on it, to say 4 lines on it,
I would be like,
and let's keep it a bit, because it seems a bit melancholy.
yeah, it's
Okay, so what? So this is something that I'm trying to get out of you.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like
It's more of a melancholy thing, but in the end, you feel कि हाँ नहीं, everything will be alright.
it's like a girl if a girl breaks up to you and your friends be like, you'll be fine, right?
Ha.
But you still feel sad.
Ha.
Yeah, it's like that kind of a feeling, you know.
Okay. So that, which means that I won't be going fast.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
very slow.
Not very, but I won't be going.
Yeah,
This feels more of an aggressive thing.
yeah.
है ना कि I will maybe have all the money to.
It sounds like a scary movie,
है ना
like a
so
haunted movie.
कि I will have all the money and I'll make my kids study in every college in the world just to get back at bank.
We just need to destroy the banks.
I'll take all the money and I won't give it back. Won't give it back. ठीक है?
Yeah.
So what, again, something I'm just trying to pick something out of thin air that
Yeah.
let's give it some goal, what we're trying to do.
Um,
Because this, if we are going just doing random things, that you can probably do at home also.
yeah.
So let's figure out something and use it to reach somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
ठीक है?
Okay.
So we know that the tune we are looking for is not fast, and it's a bit of melancholy, but a little bit of optimism in the end.
Yeah.
है ना? So let's pick.
Like an A minor chord at the start.
नहीं, too dark. अबे, this sounded
That
nice.
sounds like hauntingly. Yeah.
They sound good with this.
Just keep on what did you play right now? It's like a F sharp.
हाँ, ठीक है.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling कि it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I tried hard. Everybody told me I will get the
It
loan.
feels like blues.
है ना?
Yeah.
So I sat back and waited for the phone call. A lot of them didn't even reply. But no
the lyrics should be.
matter, I'll find something to look forward to.
Instead of I think you played the F sharp, right? Before the ending.
This is C7, but I'm just not playing this one.
Okay,
So
makes sense.
this becomes B.
C7, yeah.
So this is B.
Yeah, makes
And
sense.
So B becomes the 7th note.
Yeah,
of that, ठीक है?
C7. I get it.
And then I played G. I didn't. So what I'm trying, I'm not playing the last 2 strings deliberately.
Yeah, I get it. Give it more an open feeling.
And then this will give these 3 notes makes a C chord in
Yeah.
So I'm playing the C chord, not the 7th one. And then I'm going to a G
Yeah.
just to make it feel like कि हाँ नहीं, I'm still sorted. So this, what I'm playing is
Yeah.
E, B, and this becomes F sharp.
Yeah.
E, F sharp, and B.
Yeah.
That becomes E suspended,
esus4.
esus2.
Yeah, it's esus2. Yeah, my
Okay.
bad. Yeah, exactly.
esus2. And
Isn't
then,
that a bsus2 that you're doing?
nahin, but I'm also including this, the bass.
Oh, it's E or bsus2, I think.
हाँ,
It's
हाँ.
E or, yeah.
Okay. And I'm playing only these three notes. And then I'm going to, so this is what, an F chord in a way.
Yeah, it's an F.
I'm playing C, I'm playing F, and I'm playing A. They together make F chord.
Yeah.
Now what I'm
It's an
deliberately
inverted.
doing is not playing the last two, especially two.
Yeah.
Third, sometimes I'm playing, for example, in G. Yes, I'm playing because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
becomes G.
Yeah.
So it sort of completes it. So what I'm trying to do is here I'm playing the first three notes, then this C chord, and then G chord. Now C.
The sun comes at me in the morning. I may be sad right now. I fall from the grace.
So
Wait.
you'll go. The bases would be E.
Yeah.
So E, F, C, and G. So this becomes E.
F, C, E.
This is
F.
E.
Yeah.
Bass is E. Then this is F.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
This is the C
Yeah.
and the G. Sounds good to you, na?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What were you singing, by the way?
No, just like I don't want to say. I mean, okay, this
Do
might
you
sound
remember
corny.
what you said?
Yeah, I know. It's like I don't want to be like very direct. I want to give it like a general kind of feeling, you know,
Nice.
like an optimistic kind of. Like if I say banks, right, no one could relate it with me. So like
Ha.
a general feeling.
Ha, exactly.
Yeah, so-
Obviously, matlab that was just an example.
Yeah.
Using banks is just an example because if you really look at it, then there will be a lot of times in life when somebody says
Yeah.
something to you or says that gives you sort of a thumbs up कि हाँ things will get done, and in the end they don't.
Yeah.
That will happen a lot.
Yeah,
So
makes
let's
sense.
keep it that general. ठीक है?
Okay.
So
Okay.
again, these are just 4 random chords that I've picked. If you don't like them, we can change it also.
No. Play.
This
play.
is the exercise we're doing,
Yeah.
trying to come up with something. Now in this you can if you want you can do a walkthrough on notes on bass. I can just play it once.
Yeah, just play.
Okay, so this becomes E suspended 2, which means that you are using E, F sharp, and B. These three are the safest, they will not go bad. If you want, you can include a G also or a G sharp.
Wait. Just listen to this.
Nice. I'm not changing chords right now. Okay? Do I need to?
No. I'm just I'm just making my.
So what we can do is I'll play the same
Yeah, just play
again
this.
and again. Take it, keep trying.
Okay. That's just the same chord, huh?
The
Or the
same
same chord progression.
The same chord.
Okay.
Or do you want me to play the
Yeah,
progression?
play the chord like
Okay,
a
so
loop.
I'll be playing everything for 2 measures.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 measures means like 2 times, right?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Till 4 is 1 measure.
Okay.
4 count is 1 measure.
Okay.
So I'll be playing every chord
2 times.
2 times. So this and then
Okay, makes sense.
okay.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, same
Yeah.
again, and then C.
Yeah. I know I might sound like a
नहीं,
very
नहीं,
idiot,
अरे
but
नहीं,
I'll just play it how I feel in the bass.
अरे it's okay.
That's how I play it. I know the
हाँ, हाँ.
theory. It's like if I think about too
नहीं
much
नहीं
theory,
नहीं
I'll be
I
like
so
too
नहीं
conscious.
so I was not telling you the theory. So what I was trying to tell you, so what we are trying to do
Yeah.
right now here is that we are trying to at least communicate to each other.
Yeah, I know,
What
I
are
know,
we
yeah,
doing?
exactly.
Broadly, what are we doing?
Yeah.
ठीक है?
Yeah.
You can do anything. It's up to you. It's
Yeah,
music.
exactly,
It's your
exactly,
music.
exactly.
ठीक है? So that there is some sort of consistency. I'll change.
The Corona I was nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it sounded like too dreamy.
Two, three. We'll start again. ठीक है?
Yeah, keep on playing.
नहीं so
Yeah.
somehow it feels the effects we are using together now.
Yeah, it sounds like spacey.
Try. Now G.
G.
Now to C. Now to G. Now back to E. F.
F.
Yeah, this sounds odd. Yeah. There are no good.
Yeah. This sounds good.
नहीं, so you अच्छा make
Should I make it a different?
नहीं नहीं it has become too light as in
Yeah, okay. Just give me.
नहीं नहीं so it's a bit loud. नहीं नहीं, bass is fine, the other two you have to lower. हाँ, this sound. Now it has become too light, as in the mid one is हाँ. That's it. So this is okay for you, na? Or do you
Yeah.
want to change?
Wait, is it at an aeroplane?
हाँ, the HL.
Oh, okay.
They're always testing.
I
So-
thought it was an earthquake or some sort.
No,
Like
no, no,
I thought, I thought it was a guitar effect. Then I was like, what the hell was
अच्छा,
that?
नहीं नहीं नहीं. So they are always flying around,
Oh, okay.
testing their aircrafts.
Does it complement with you? That's the thing for you, especially.
Not this one. This is F sharp.
Yeah. Which one? Yeah, it's
So
F
you
sharp.
s-
Yeah.
हाँ तो ठीक है. questions, because I think we've got a little bit of it,
Yeah.
but we are somewhere not in sync.
Yeah. So I think what you're gonna do is you
Mhm.
just play the chorus. I'll just play the following. It was E F B C, right?
EFCG.
E F C G, right? E F C G E F.
These are the 4 chords that I'm
Yeah.
using. As in, I'm telling you the bass notes, then
Yeah.
just the note.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is C, E,
Yeah.
then F, then
Yeah.
E, then F, then C, and then G.
Yeah.
This is how I'm going. Okay, this was not tuned. Yeah, electrics, they always
It's like the
go
cheap.
out of tune very quickly.
The only guitar that I think of which never goes on tune, goes out of tune, are semi-hollow guitars. The guitars which are like having like a wooden body, electric guitars. Those like way expensive.
How much? When you say the lakhs?
80K.
So there was this
Epic.
guy.
Yeah.
There was a guy who came. He brought his guitar.
Yeah.
That was worth 70. Some Gibson
Wow.
guitar he brought. His own
Les Paul,
guitar.
a gold
Ah.
sunburst one.
Ah.
I think it's like a rip-off first copy. 70K Les Paul, I haven't heard. I heard of 1 lakh Les Pauls.
Ha.
I think that was like a Epiphone one. Was there an Epiphone symbol? Or
I
like a
think
Gibson?
yes. No, it was Gibson, I guess.
Like an actual genuine Gibson.
Looked like it.
I mean, Les Paul styles are like all Gibson
Nahi,
based.
his-
I mean, like there'll be like a logo, Epiphone or Gibson. Gibson's ones cost like 1.5, like they're like very.
That one was Gibson, I guess.
70K guitar. It doesn't sound different if you plug into guitar, to be honest. The only thing
But
it
it's
sounds.
a feel.
Yeah,
Acoustic I
it's-
can understand, but the electric also it's a feel.
Yeah.
Because
Those
in
guitars
the
are
end, the
great.
main effect is from this pedal.
Yeah.
This itself, it's more of a feel and how it looks.
Mm.
Electric guitar, it just I bought this one because it just looked very good
Cool.
to me in the first instance, in the first sight.
Okay, well.
Again, this. So what I'll do is I'll just play the same chord.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you will just try to do something and
Yeah.
see if something matches. Then
Yeah.
we can apply something. I'll just play the same.
Yeah. Just.
Should I change the chord?
No. You can play the chord progression again. I'll play with. Yeah. the first part? Yeah.
It can increase a bit. I mean, too loud.
Yeah, I was playing the higher notes, that's why it's coming low. Okay, play. How many times are you playing this? Can you just play it? I'll note down. The sun is hiding behind the clouds of despair. The birds are singing the voice of God came right in front of
What were you singing?
I was just singing my random thoughts.
Matlab, it did not match actually. So, I heard birds are chirping when
It's just like wordplay, you know. Then you can, filter out the lyrics and you can edit it. But we've nailed the
but
melody.
then, but then what you were singing, the words especially, they were sort of not matching the tone that we were trying to produce. Matlab, what you were singing felt that you were expressing ki हाँ, at that point of time, it did not feel that melancholy thing.
Yeah, it felt too optimistic.
Ha, right from the
Melancholy.
beginning.
It was like, I need to be more scary, more depressing.
Nahin, so Abhini, so you need to put in express or put in your thoughts when you did not get that loan. It's not about the loan, but that feeling. That is what I was trying to tell you. That the first two lines could be that feeling of disappointment, and then after that you thought, yaar, it's okay. Like, there are a lot of things in this world.
Yeah.
So that was what I was trying to say. But it's up to you. Again, I'm just trying to help you
It's like
come up with a song, as in create your own.
Like I can create, but it's like I need to write and scratch
Huh.
like the lyrics.
So, so I was just telling
Yeah,
you my
yeah,
point
I
of view.
understand,
Up to you. Obviously, it doesn't
yeah,
take.
I understand. I
won't
need
take
to
one
capture
session.
the feeling of the song.
Ha. Because otherwise, what we can do is we can
The
just
words
change
were
the chords.
the words were bad, but the melody we nailed
Ha,
it.
that's it.
Yeah, the melody.
So, did you like it? As in, we can still change it.
It was fine.
Okay, it felt when I opened the mail.
Yeah, but it's become weird.
Ha, nee, I'm just because that
Like,
is
I
the
mean,
context I know. That is why I'm expressing using those words only.
We need some words that could actually substitute, like
This
some
is
kind of
where
like.
you learn songwriting.
Yeah. I mean, I usually do those kind of things. First, what I do is while writing the melody, right, whenever in my house, right, I always yell out rubbish, and then when I nail the melody right in my recording, I just substitute those words with actual meaning.
Ha.
That takes like at least 1 hour, 2 hours. I actually like
Yes.
add like 5 songs. It was like the same 4 chords, but in like different melodies. It was like kind of like what do you say, like rip-offs of each other.
Ha.
It was
No,
like
it
that.
takes time. It takes a lot of iterations.
Yeah, but it's
to-
like different, right? So it's like nailed it. Like it's like what do you say? Basically, if I can, rip off myself, it's called
Like,
like.
for example, so I'll tell you. Do you understand Hindi?
Yeah, I know.
है ना?
Yeah.
So I wrote something in Hindi. Then it was ये आलस है, ठीक है? जो I'll try. मतलब I was trying to do it on acoustic. I do not know if this will sound good.
Yeah, it'll sound good.
ये आलस है जो मुझे है रोक रहा, ये आलस है कि मैं इतना मोटा हो गया.
Yeah, I get it.
And so I was just writing कि this is laziness. The reason I'm fat is I'm lazy. That was the theme of my song.
That's understandable, to be
हाँ,
honest.
so कि ये आलस है जो मुझे है रोक रहा,
Yeah.
which- कि this is laziness that is stopping me. ये आलस है कि मैं इतना मोटा हो गया.
You're basically roasting yourself.
हाँ, मतलब so this is my way of expressing. I'm
Yeah,
learning.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
creating
yeah,
something
yeah,
new
yeah.
and I'm expressing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's amazing.
in that way, I'm also understanding how to use words where and what. For example, मैंने पूछा कि this one way or कि मैंने or it can as in the same thing can be if you use
Yeah.
sometimes I so what how it helps me is
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes I end up I only have the space to use two words.
Yeah.
So then I have to come up with those two words. In
Yeah,
that
yeah, makes
sense,
sense.
I get learn two new words and
Yeah,
something like
it's
that.
ex-
So this is what I was trying to do. कल से फिर शुरू कल से फिर शुरू यही बोल कर. So I'm on G major scale.
Yeah.
This is the complete thing I'm using. That is, acha, in case you forgot, that is not E. हाँ, that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Like too much guitar.
I assume that you were expecting this to be the same as the sixth one.
Yeah.
हाँ, happens.
And
Eh, nah.
like you know what, my songs, like, yeah, like, Oasis songwriting, right? If you listen to their songs, it doesn't even make sense, So there was like a song like Columbia.
Acha, I've never
It's
heard.
like I can't tell you the way I feel because you don't know how the way I feel. Then it goes like all kind of like there we were and now here we are. Let us. It was like all kind of. It's like if you read my journal, right? It's all kind of psychedelic stuff. Like it's like, what I wrote once. I wrote like sometimes I feel the ceiling fan is on the floor rather than me in the ceiling or something like that. It's like too psychedelic. It's like if you're on.
Psychedelic is okay, but it should make sense also, na?
That's the neat part. If it doesn't make sense, right? People will start fighting. What is the real meaning of it? Like Stairway to Heaven. So they'll be like, in Stairway to Heaven, right? They'll be like, the forest. Uh, uh, Everyone will forget to laugh. The forest will echo laughter, and when all is one is all. Kind of wordplay, It's like it doesn't make sense that time, but it's like open to interpretation. I got like Stairway to Heaven open to interpretation kind of stuff. When I was like. It was like 1 a.m. out of random. I was like, oh, wait.
But then, acha, but then,
It doesn't make sense. It's like open to interpretation kind of
how?
stuff.
But still, they should. That in that sense, anything you say is open to interpretation.
Exactly.
But then some sort of skill or artistry should be there, na yaar.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
you can. Who is that guy who makes music out of meme? As in, somebody says something in a meme and then
Nah, they
just
put remix like Instagram
and
reels
he'll
kinda.
put music on top of that and loop that saying. For example, that party ho rahi hai. That whole. Do you remember?
I think so.
Party ho rahi hai.
Ah, yeah.
That one. So there are people who will
think
just
that
put music around it.
Yeah, party ho rahi hai.
है ना? हाँ.
Yeah, that was annoying.
है ना?
Yeah. But it's like whenever I imagine like psychedelic stuff, right? It's like, what should I write when people get high?
नहीं,
When
do
they're
not think like that. I'll say, मतलब it's up to you, but my suggestion would be
Like if you look at my Spotify playlist, right? If you take out the lyrics, right, it would be like so much like nonsense kind of lyrics, There's another song like the only song that made sense was "Live Forever" by Oasis. It's like they wrote it for their mom, so that makes sense. Maybe I just want to fly. Maybe I don't want to die. They wrote that song because they listened to Nirvana.
Even Nirvana also, I like the music, but I've never understood the lyrics.
Exactly. They wrote all nonsense, just like open to interpretation. Like Smells Like Teen Spirit, he wrote all nonsense.
But so let us not do that, na.
Okay, okay,
Let
okay,
us
okay,
try to
okay.
do something.
Okay, okay.
Ha.
Ah, nah,
This was
again,
just
again,
this
again.
was just an example.
Yeah, yeah,
As in,
makes
you can
sense.
write anything.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so I was just because you were already in that zone. That is why I started talking about.
Yeah, make it
the
about the theme.
that uh, about the loan and the bank and the college. That is why, because you were already in that zone,
Yeah,
to
exactly.
make the most out of that situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I,
when you're the most angry
mm.
or you are really sad, that is when, at least for me, that is how it
Yeah,
works.
yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Like
A lot of people like me.
maybe our songwriting thoughts are like very very different. Like
So
we,
again, up to you.
yeah, exactly.
So I was just giving you my session
But yours is nice. You need to make a like a song
for.
like that Alsi song.
I've already. So the first part is already, as in, I've written 4 5 things. Uh, for example, yesterday I was writing something for my mother. Uh, कि अरे मम्मी आप इतनी मेहनत क्यों करती हो.
No, yeah, makes sense.
ठीक है. उसके बाद क्या था, अरे मम्मी आप कभी नहीं, अरे मम्मी आप इतनी मेहनत क्यों करती हो कभी कभार. I do not have my phone with me.
Yeah, it's
कि
okay. It's
बीन
okay. I
बैग
understand.
पे बैठ के आलस भी करा करो, something like that. कि पहले धूल तो लगने दो, डस्टिंग बाद में कर लेना, because most of the time she is doing dusting
Yeah,
in the home. So my aim of my song was to tell her कि यार relax, sometimes sit
Yeah,
on the chair and do nothing.
yeah,
Don't be always working.
yeah, makes sense.
So because that is why I used F major, C major and D minor, because it felt a bit. I used the D major chord.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
is
makes
why.
sense, makes sense. If we just can I use the acoustic, bro? Yeah, yeah.
नहीं, so it fits some. I need to look
It
at
feels
the
like
lyrics
it
again.
feels like this. Can you play the guy? Just continue. Wait, I'll give you the count. I'll give you the count. Wait, I really want to try this. Just give it. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, just give me one. Yeah, yeah. Can you play the 3 chords? Like, I'll give you the count. It sounds like this. Wait, just give me one. It sounds too good, to be honest. Yeah, it sounds
These are
good.
simple
I
chords.
I think it
This
will
is
be
F major 7, C major, D minor and C major. That's it.
okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Cold and frosty morning. There's not a lot to say about the things caught in my mind. As the day was dawning, my plane flew away with all the things caught in my mind. And I wanna be there when you're coming down. And I wanna be there when you hit the ground. So don't go away. Say what you say. Say that you'll stay forever and a day in the time of my life. 'Cause I need more time. 'Cause I need more time just to make things right. Wow, it's too good. W song. Nice song. And even your
This
song.
what
It
you were
reminds-
saying?
It-
Something you wrote, or that is
No,
lyrics of
no.
something song?
That's the Oasis song called
Acha.
"Don't Go Away." Cold
Acha,
and-
it's the same chords.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, acha, I did not know.
It's like your mom's song reminds me of that. It's so beautiful. They
acha.
also wrote it for their mom. You also wrote it for
Hey,
your mom. Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
coincidence.
Yeah, yeah. Their
And
mom- their-
it sounded the same also.
Yeah,
Like the Oasis song.
yeah. It's like every song you listen, right?
Oasis song, most of them they sound similar to me.
Yeah, because Oasis, right?
The strumming pattern also it feels
Yeah,
like in the end it feels
yeah. It sounds the same. The strumming part.
this pretty basic
It's
and
like that chord progression is very common, but it's so beautiful. It's like
so
what is
again to keep in mind this is not F major, this is
it's a
F
F major
major
7.
7.
Yeah, it
So
gives like an open feeling, you know.
हाँ.
Can I take the acoustic if you don't mind?
अरे हाँ sorry I started playing. I'm not able to recollect the tune. Well, I remember this. I'm not able to recollect what I wrote in for lyrics.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll continue that song.
Honey, so I was actually getting confused in the kick drum. I was trying to come up with a pattern.
No. It's not loopy. Bro, can you sing something?
Sing something as in
Right.
what song? Which
Anything. Like, according to you, what you feel.
Song? Acha, just sing.
What what were you singing right now?
I was just singing rubbish. Like the
Huh,
melody.
what was that rubbish? Acha, na na
Na
na
na na na na na na na na na na.
Play it with the chords.
Na 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 I thought to. I wish me luck. This one, right?
This is where you started.
No. Wait, I want like. Na, 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 I feel everything I wish for. Just a little bit of sleep is enough. I may be sad today, tomorrow's a new day for me. My dad came to me. He said, "Son, don't worry at all. There is lot of stars. I wanna be myself. I wanna feel myself tonight." Is it this, right?
So feels good.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yeah, I was just increasing the volume.
I
to D and then to A minor. And then to A minor. No. So you ended on A minor, but that was what you were doing earlier.
Oh, earlier.
Ha. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, na. Na, 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 na,
I may be someone else. I wanna be myself. Maybe it's not right now. I wanna float away.
You were mixing, so as in sort of it, acha, sort of bridge. It felt like na 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 na.
Maybe I wish It's like
Na-
something. I think we got the whole song. We just need to figure out the lyrics now.
नहीं, I did not feel.
Complete.
हाँ, but somehow in the अच्छा
It's like a mix of everything.
हाँ
Now,
Probably.
what do you feel?
नहीं
do you
एक absolute last part when you were playing the seventh I think E minor
Like this.
नहीं on the top the E major but you were lifting one हाँ the seven whatever this note chord is
It's just B7.
हाँ so this suddenly felt odd
It's like, yeah, true.
so it felt like you were using all the chords in the
Yes.
scale
It was like.
na so we can start again मतलब to me it sounded good
Nah, there was at the end there was another song. You know what I'm doing? I'm just recording all the melodies. So I
Uh-huh.
can, right? I could study that back.
Very
and
good.
then,
Very
you
good.
know, right?
हाँ
I could add like 6 songs. The next session I could complete at least
Very
2
good.
songs.
Yeah.
I could
Up to
do
you.
that.
Up to you. However you use the space.
No, this is no different song.
अच्छा. नहीं I was actually come up with lyrics on the spot. It's not easy to come up with lyrics. It's not easy when you're put on the spot. I was trying to think of something to say to you, but I couldn't think of something to say on the spot.
Sorry. Yeah. It's like what I'm doing right now.
हाँ.
Is, I mean, what I'm doing is D chord is in G and D1 in A, like in the keys. Like so, like for example, wait, this might be too much to take.
नहीं
Okay,
not at
let
all.
me D, C, G, right? Then I go back to D, right? D is in the scale of A,
Also in the scale of
Yeah.
A. हाँ.
and D chord, right? G is in the scale of D. So basically, it's like an inception kind of thing.
Huh.
I can borrow chords
Huh,
from everywhere.
yes.
Then I go. And
So you did from A to what you were trying to do, or was that was something
like-
that
it
you
was
were
like
trying to
something,
improvise?
Yeah, it was like something like I'm just changing the mood. See, basically, like if I change the mood like Beatles used to do that a lot.
Ah.
Like like they used to go from like happy, like they would go, they would play like. Then what they would do after this, they would go more sadder.
But wouldn't that depend on the song?
Yeah, it's just lyrics. Lyrics is the last part in songwriting. You just need to figure out the melody.
What?
Really, like everyone.
Yeah, to me, lyrics plays a so that is one of the.
It like depends on person to person, you know.
Ha.
Like it's like my influences, right? They what do? They just go party a lot and just
Who?
come
Influences.
like Oasis kind of.
Acha,
bands.
Oasis kind of band.
Like even Beatles used to do. Beatles what they do?
Use the mic, please.
Oh sorry.
Ha.
Beatles what they used to do in the documentary. They just used to sit and they were like. They would go and there was another card. They would put like I think it was two. Wait, just give me. No, it's not it. Wait, just give me. Hey, I think it's. I think it was maybe a mistake. Nah, I may be messing up. I'm sorry.
No,
Beatles.
it's okay. But I can understand. This also feels right.
It was like those kind of guys, right? They used to just mess around, and technically they didn't know what was like what key, what song they were. They just played what sounded good in their head, right?
Ha.
So once there was like a scene where John Lennon came late to the studio, and Paul McCartney just. And they wrote like the biggest hit of the last album, Let It Be. It was called Get Back. The song was called Get Back.
Okay.
And they just, they used to like do those kind of chords. They figure out the good lyrics. Like John, when they both came together, right? They write the lyrics at the end. They were like criticisms and kind of things. Like those kind of bands never focus on the lyrics. They like melody we got right. With lyrics we can put some rubbish and they put it off like that.
That is also one way to look at it. Yes.
But other great songwriters like Bob Dylan or like those kind of songwriters actually put thought on lyrics.
So why I am trying to emphasize on lyrics is because
Yeah,
so I'll tell you. So I'll tell you how my thought process.
Yeah.
That is so what I think is, if I have sort of some lyrics, then I know what is the sound I'm trying to
Achieve.
reach for.
Yeah, exactly.
Hai na? Otherwise, then it becomes too random.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
might
It makes sense. It makes
You
sense.
might come up with something or you might not.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes
And
sense.
then, matlab, in that, if you're going by that route, then you will have to sit for hours and hours because there's no surety when will you get that thing, that click.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's like fishing, some kind of like just waiting for the right part. Wait, let me just come back. Yeah.
So that is my thought process.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if I have, so right now, especially in the beginning,
Yeah.
that is how I also learn the what is the sound when it comes relative sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Like A minor itself, let's say C.
Yeah.
So C, it might sound different if I play C and then F, but if I play G and then C, it sounds different.
Exactly.
And so that thing, it again, personal opinion, it gives me an idea also what is the note, what is the sound that is coming.
Yeah.
So that helps me understand that this sound doesn't match what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly.
That is my thought process.
Yeah, that's also amazing. Like you keep the emphasis on the theme of the music rather than.
In that sense, I'm learning two things. One, obviously,
the writing.
and then understanding how many what is the space I have and how many words can I use,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
that's
it also helps me make better usage of words in a sentence
yeah,
to express. Second thing I'm learning is I'm getting a hang of the sound and how it affects me.
yeah, yeah. You're setting the tone first, then you're giving the addition of the music.
Or I'm going the other way around, but they two both are together.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if I find one, obviously I'll find the other guy.
Ha, but I mean sometimes, for example, this mummy song that I was trying
Yeah.
to write. So I knew I was happy, so started with C. Or I actually started with F randomly.
Yeah,
So how do I won't be able to express because
I understand. That's like music.
because I'm also learning in that way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I do not have a lot of knowledge so that I know what to say, when to say. But
It's okay.
then the point is, again, that's personal opinion. That is how I sit and do things.
And that's
Because then otherwise I've tried that way also. For me, it doesn't work because then after a while I'm still lost.
what exactly.
Okay, what
that,
am
that
I?
makes
What
sense.
is am I? What is it that
That
I'm
makes
doing?
sense because you give a lot of thought process on the lyrics writing.
Ha.
It makes sense because you're actually setting the structure of the song, how it goes and how it, like you expect it at the start of the point.
And it helps me. Main important point
Yeah,
is
it
that
helps you to visualize the theme.
and visualize the sound.
Yeah, exactly. It
Okay,
makes
what
sense.
is it?
Is it happy? Is it sad or something? The
That
moods.
is too layman, but in depth also.
Yeah,
As
it
in,
makes
for example, the seventh note.
Yeah.
That is something that I've recently started to understand a lot. It's the seventh note. And so this is a different sound altogether.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds cool for me, according to me. The thing-
It sounds really nice.
Sounds like,
Try to only pick, just go in arpeggio,
oh yeah.
1,
on
2,
dot.
3, 4, and then come up. Nothing fancy. Nice. Sounded nice. So you're going. Acha. See, now this is. Acha. Then you start going on different directions. Then it's hard for me to follow.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Ah.
I'm just too
No,
random.
it's okay. So that is the thing. So by the time I understood acha, what you were playing earlier, then you switched on to something
I'm
else.
like that. Like that's why I keep like a piece of
Ah.
paper. I just write and I'm like, okay, I know I'll forget it, so I just need to
That's a
find
good
piece
thing,
of-
that's a
piece of
good thing.
paper. And
But
when,
spend some time on it also, na?
yeah, I keep on spending. You know how many hours more than I sleep? I play the guitar.
Hey, that is not possible, da.
I sleep only 4 hours every
Hey,
day.
no, you're lying.
I'm not you can ask my mom will be watching YouTube. I seriously, I'm not kidding. She's like, can you just tone down the volume because we are sleeping, you know?
Acha.
Then when I start after eating dinner, I
Hmm.
usually eat around 10 p.m. I guess.
Hmm.
After 10 p.m. I'm like, I tell to my sister, Meena, get my amplifier and my guitars and Zoom Geo X4 pedals.
Hey,
and I
and you're
just-
playing on the terrace.
No, I play in my hall itself.
Hall.
Yeah. I
At
put it
11 in the night.
from 11 to 2.
From
And the neighbors
11
stop complaining. The neighbors stop complaining. They don't even complain. It's like I keep it around in my thing.
How
Then-
do you keep it?
So what I do is I keep the bass and the treble to 2, and even the master to 2. Then
Hmm.
in that I just modify, and I actually don't use the common effects.
Hmm.
I actually deleted all the effects in that.
Hmm.
The only effects I keep is the pedals
Hmm.
in that. So I just modify the pedals. The pedal that I love in this is I pair with a gold drive
Hmm.
with an RC Storm
Hmm.
and with a Marshall 1959. It sounds
Okay.
like so. I don't know how it sounds. It sounds like very punk but very melodic, like kind of
Hmm.
thing. Like I have like this also, like those kind of humbucker pickups at the end,
Mhm.
and that gives like a fat beefy sound, you know.
Hmm.
Then I just play like some like random. This sounds so cool in the humbucker. When like a fat, beefy sound, you know. Then I got so inspired by. I know I talk so much. I'm like
It's
obsessed.
okay.
It's like I'm so obsessed.
हाँ.
And there's another song. Is like when the riff goes like. I need to be myself. I carry no one else. I know a girl called Elsa. She's into Alka-Seltzer. She sticks it to a can of a supersonic train. She makes me laugh. I give my autograph. Can I ride with you in your BMW? Can you sing with me in my yellow submarine? You need to fly now, 'cause no one's gonna tell you what I'm on about. You need to fly away for what you wanna say. But before tomorrow, 'cause my friend said he'd take you home. He sits in the corner all alone. He lives under a waterfall. Nobody can see him. Nobody can ever It's like that's like those kind of vibes, you know. They didn't even know how to
And so, doesn't it become loud? Or
Yeah,
you're
that's-
saying that
I want-
people are just stopped complaining around your house?
Yeah,
Or in your house.
so what I do is, I know, right? The amplifier is like so sensitive with the volume. If you keep at 2, it'll become the most silent amp. But if you put it at 3, it becomes the loudest amp of all time. I'm not. So what kind of tone I prefer is like, it should. I think after like listening to Oasis, right? I cannot find a band who can provide like that kind of wall of sound. You know, it's like the sound feels grand, majestic. It's like they just play like simple G, D, C chords, and they make it like they make it sound like the coolest chords of all time. If you listen to Foo Fighters, like I think "Learn to Fly," there was a song called "Learn to Fly." It sounds grand, like with those amps and those kind of things. Nowadays, it's like it's missing. Now it's like they put like those reverb echo sounds, like nowadays indie bands, right? Why they don't give the vibe? Because it feels like an exclusive club, like how jazz felt back in the day, a blues.
What feels like an exclusive club?
Indie bands.
Acha, indie
like
bands.
like they've
Exclusive club.
like they become too sensitive. They don't like express themselves properly. They don't have that attitude in that voice. They're like, hey, I met a girl called
ठीक है. So
Deborah." they've
you
got-
can hear but you can't listen because it's not clear.
Yeah, it's not like it's like that. That's true. But back in the 90s, 80s, like I think you would notice Nirvana doesn't make the lyrics sound like the lyrics don't make half sense, but he just screams the top of his lungs. That was like the trend in the 90s. Why the rock stars were so big, because they went loud, or else like Freddie Mercury, he just went out from his
So
lungs.
you're talking like people like who is she? Billie Eilish. It's like well, it's the same that she's just.
If she became louder, right?
Her point is like indie folks.
Yeah.
She's also one of at least to me.
Yeah.
See that it's not odd. Man, I can hear there is something going on.
No, it's like it doesn't
But
have
I
attitude.
understand your point.
It doesn't have the attitude in that voice. That's why rock stars like are not born right now. Like if like Bollywood rock on, right? If you listen to that album, I listened to that album and I love it. It sounds attitude in that voice. There's lack in attitude. Like why do they prefer rappers nowadays? Because they have attitude in that voice, the rap thing. I mean, I know I hate that thing.
Hey, so probably that the indie music is sort of
Like an
that
exclusive-
is not an exclusive club, but it's on the downside, a bit sad and melancholy, and
Yeah,
that is why people like it.
Yeah,
I do not know.
It's just that if I listen to like lyrics back in the day, right? Like back in the day, songs like Oasis started as like a band who just listened to their like Beatles like a lot, and they were most of the time in the studio also they were high. They recorded one of the greatest albums in British history, and it took them just 14 days, one song per day. literally. They just got the song and they wrote some rubbish in the lyrics and they just sang it and became one of the greatest albums in British history. It was like they became like the Beatles in the 90s. And that's the thing. People don't like play.
But that was a different time also, no?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
the amount of media that was available.
Yeah. You need to listen to the radio in order to listen to them.
Right. Now you have unlimited musicians.
Yeah, you're unlimited. That's the
Right. Say after 2 years of you practicing, or you might come up with, or 1 year, you might come up with your own music, create your own Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
So that is the difference. Because earlier it was just one channel or one radio that was playing songs.
Yeah.
I could get new songs either on MTV or VH1.
Nowadays,
Again,
there's
now there are unlimited
exactly,
sources.
Spotify, yeah.
So probably that is the reason we don't have.
But I notice nowadays in the present, right?
But then there is Taylor Swift also, and Billie Eilish. I do not know how
The
it
thing
works.
is, like-
I do not know how it works.
I think there's like a death, like a dying breed of artists, like going.
No, I in the mainstream, yes, but no, because art, it's just up after a point, it's up to you how you are consuming.
Yeah,
music.
exactly.
In a way, I mean, if you are just dependent on the Spotify recommendations,
Yeah, it's like
then
very
you will,
rare, very- it's
then
like
you'll not
expressed.
be happy with the songs.
I
but-
feel even the attention span of the listener is also lessened.
That's
Like back in the day, it was like 7,
but
8 minutes.
Neil, so see, people. In the end, it's about for you.
Subjective.
It's about you.
Yeah,
Then there is after that there is nobody. Nothing else matters in a way.
yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, this is what I've learned, that there is. You can't be. You have to search for things now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Oasis like band or Beatles like band would be really hard to
Like
come
like
because
shooting stars.
they'll be really hard to come because there is a lot of access to media is very easy now.
They came in like a right time at the right place.
Probably.
Yeah, it was like that.
I have no idea.
They were insane. Even Beatles, like John Lennon and I think McCartney joined together because both of their mothers died, unfortunately. So they both could relate and they started singing. Led Zeppelin started.
John Lennon and
Paul McCartney.
no, he's alive, na?
No, I'm
Paul
talking about their
McCartney.
mothers.
Acha.
Their mothers like passed away. Paul McCartney's mother was already dead. John Lennon's mom died due to an accident. So they both got attached in some sort of way, and that songwriting chemistry is like insane. Led Zeppelin started because Yardbirds like got disputed, and Jimmy Page wanted to start his own thing. So he came along and started Led Zeppelin. He saw John Bonham like drumming in like the pub, and he's like, "Oh damn, that's like one of the best drummer of all time." And Led Zeppelin came. And Black Sabbath, it's so insane. Like people find excuses how not to play guitar, but the godfather of heavy metal didn't have fingers to start with playing a guitar. He played with like those finger caps. He cut those fingers due to a industry, like a factory accident. Like he was like sewing the shoes. That machine said that he mistakenly cut off his like 3.
Who?
Tony Iommi, like the
And
guitarist of
he's-
Black Sabbath.
Okay, I do not know that.
That guy lost his like right fingers. He's a left-handed guitarist. Lost his 3 fingers, and I don't know exactly how many fingers, but it was actually like a lot of amount. And that guy, what he did was, I think he got like he made his own finger caps. He put it in, and he made the heaviest metal album of all time, like Black Sabbath, Sweet Leaf, like that kind of things. And now people are like, "Hey bro, C chord man, very tough. Hey G chord bro, very tough man. F chord." That guy didn't have fingers, and he's playing, and he started playing like Iron Man or like that. And AC/DC was also pretty good. Thunderstruck. I told my friends I hate AC/DC because it's like repeated every time. Like the songs feel repeating. Like it feels the
To
same
me,
thing.
Oasis more feels like that.
Yeah,
than-
it feels
than
like
AC/DC.
yeah. It feels like that. Oasis feels like the same thing every time. I think it's like personal preference. At the end, when AC/DC I listened to very much, right? It started to grow on me. It's like started to grow on me,
Like
every
how Red Hot Chili Peppers grow on people. If you listen to that band again and again,
they never bore you out. They never bore.
ha,
I've listened to like all the discographies, literally, from the Red Hot Chili Peppers self-titled album to their current one, which was the Unlimited Love one. Its new one, but I've listened to it. I don't know. It's like this song. I mean, like everyone like bashes that the singer is not good at it, but that's not what the singer should do for the band. He should translate the instrument in such a way that it should resonate with people, like in a
What
concert.
do you mean?
Like, okay, if imagine Queen, right?
Hmm.
Freddie Mercury.
Hmm.
Imagine anyone except Freddie Mercury singing Bohemian Rhapsody on Live Aid. It doesn't give the same resonating feeling, like the chills when you see the guy singing to his heart, right?
Hmm.
But when you insert some other guy, right, you can't imagine, because Freddie Mercury is the translation medium from the instruments to the audience, like the lyrics, the way
Okay.
he sings, or like AC/DC singers. I don't know who are the singers, the guy with the cap.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I think it was like Johnson. I mean, I forgot about it. Or else like Led Zeppelin's Robert Plant.
Hmm.
They translate the instruments so well. It's actually insane. I feel Anthony should deserve to be like one of not equals per se, but he actually translates the instruments so well. The funky kind of groove, right? It's like insane kind of things. It's like that. And then when I went in the British, right, I'm more biased to British people rather than American. American feels like it's like
American is too pop.
yeah.
But that is just Green Day. That is just one band.
And then I don't know, Nirvana just came out of nowhere. That guy, he just Hendrix's story was insane when I read about him.
Hmm.
That guy, he didn't get his own guitar until he was 18. He died at 27 and he became one of the greatest guitarists of all time by 24. And his first guitar, right? Apparently he was using like the janitor broomsticks that they do, right? He was at the age of 12, he was used to be a janitor for the school.
Okay.
It's just a young age. And his teacher noticed that he used the broomstick as like playing guitar.
Acha.
He saw. Then the teacher was like, okay, we need to write to the state council, like the council, the Americans have to write to give funds for like talented people, right? The council just rejected that claim and was like, nah, we can't give funds. And the teacher felt bad. So Hendrix, what he did? Hendrix went out to pick trash, like to find goods for his house, right? He found a ukulele with just one string, out of tune. He didn't know how to tune, so what he did was he waited for the radio, and his first song was Hound Dog by Elvis Presley. With that out of tune string, he played it along with it. Until he played it with one string, he played Hound Dog. And when you listen to his covers, it's actually insane. He plays it with one string. It's like that, like he listens, and then he learns. It's not like F chord, C chord, G chord, no theory. It's like full pure emotion, right? It's actually insane how this famed guitarist like had like such poor upbringing, like it's like so sad, like how they got their first guitars.
What is that? Yeah, I forgot. Adversities is what. I do not know that saying where.
Yeah. Adversity is like the greatest teacher or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember, but there is.
It makes.
But then,
yeah.
matlab, it's still difficult from what they did coming from where they came from.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty difficult.
And it's so sad, Hendrix then, he became a guitarist, a proper guitarist in America, but he never got a hit in America. So he moved to England. He released his first single called Are You Experienced with two Irish people.
Okay.
And that Irish guys became one of the greatest drummers and one of the bassists. I don't know the name, pardon me. YouTube people might like type in comments, be like,
who
bro.
cares?
Yeah. So what happened was
I do not even know 9 out of the 10 things you're telling me.
It's so
I
insane.
do not know them.
It's so insane that these guys cooked up 3 albums, and the amount of material that is written has been held by the Hendrix estate. So
What's it?
I'll tell you. Come with that. So Hendrix wrote so much material. 3 albums. He's like crowned as one of the best guitar, not one of the greatest. Even Eric Clapton saw him in person. When he saw him, he was like, "Who the hell is this guy? He plays like." He got so pissed. He thought Eric Clapton thought of himself as a
Paced
greatest.
or mesmerized?
Huh?
Paced or mesmerized?
Pissed.
Achha.
But at the same time mesmerized.
Okay.
It's like two simultaneous things.
Okay.
And the insane part is that he was like kind of jealous. But at the end of the day, Eric Clapton felt, when Eric Clapton wanted to I think it was like one of the moments where he wanted to give his own guitar to Hendrix. Then he found Hendrix dead. Like cocaine orders, right? These rock stars. So what happened was Hendrix had a sister, I think, who had an adopted white girl.
Okay.
That adopted white girl is the owner of the Hendrix estate.
Hmm.
So she's withholding lot of
But of
Hendrix
course.
music,
Hmm.
lot of which is like valuable a lot. So whenever someone like uploads Hendrix music, right, they would get sued, court sued.
Hmm.
Like no matter where you are, they'll sue you. It's like kind of insane.
Copyrights.
Yeah, copyright strike or something like that. It's actually insane. When you look at covers like in the in YouTube, right, they play like half step detuned.
Ah.
So they play. Hendrix played like not on standard tuning. He
Hmm.
played like half step down. People play like on D, E, or like very low step. That's why they sound very heavy and bass.
Hmm.
And that what's insane was he didn't have tuners also. Hendrix, I think he played it by all by ear. It's like actually gifted rather than adversity kind of thing. While I think about other guitarists, right, they're adversity. Like as I said, voices, right, Noel Gallagher. This is sad to be honest. He actually used to get beaten up by his own dad like a lot because he wasn't beautiful. And
He being
like,
Gallagher.
Noel Gallagher, this
Huh.
guitarist of Oasis, right?
Huh.
So there was
I
like
know him because
Yeah, I
he
said-
sometimes comes to watch football matches.
yeah.
So like Man U Man City match was
Yeah.
there last weekend.
Yeah, even Liam was
He was
also
there.
Liam was also there.
I saw Noel for sure
Yeah,
in one
Noel, that guy was such an amazing. Yeah, I think Noel and Liam are like, I mean, Oasis are one of the bands from Manchester, which actually helped Manchester become Manchester,
Okay.
other than Man City.
Hmm.
They're like second most like popular kind of thing. Not second most, like they are one of the bands that shaped Manchester music scene
Hmm.
after Beatles shaped Liverpool music. So then what happened was, I think I'm going on a rant.
No.
So
it's not a rant.
no, it's like knowledge session.
Sharing.
Huh?
Sharing.
Yeah, like psychiatrist session. But still, yeah, Noel used to get beaten up by his own dad,
Hmm.
and Liam was his brother, who was the singer of the Voices too. He didn't get beaten up because Liam was pretty. Noel was not physically pretty,
Okay.
but actually Noel resembled like his dad. His
Okay.
dad hated himself, so to take out the anger, he beat it up. So he then told in an interview that
Shouldn't he have beaten up the beautiful one? Okay, why are you beautiful?
I hope so, it would have been. So what happened then was he used the guitar to escape from that torture. He told his mom, "You need to get out." So mom had the courage finally, left the house, and they always used to listen to the Beatles, Smiths. There are like some bands. The band that I came across because of Led Zeppelin back in 2013, 2012 was the Sex Pistols.
I've heard of them. Yes.
That album was so insane. These guys didn't know how to tune the guitar to. There's a guy, bassist
The
called
Pistols one.
Pistols. There's only one guitarist, Steve Jones, was actually gifted. Even the singer was Attitude. The bassist didn't even knew how to put on the bass on his shoulder. It was like a showpiece. It was like he used to play this, the wood, rather than the strings. He didn't play the strings.
yaar.
Literally, I'm not even kidding. And the bass parts in the album,
Yeah,
right?
nahi yaar. How can somebody not play the strings when they? Why will somebody play the wood part if they can see the strings? As in, if
It's like
if I give a monkey, I'm not calling
Yeah,
that guy.
yeah,
but if I give a monkey a guitar, the monkey will strum the strings
Yeah,
first.
yeah. There's actual footage of him hitting the wood. I don't know. I think he was high all the time.
That he must be drunk or high. That is different.
But what's the insane part is in the album, right? The guitarist is the guy who did the bass parts. He was just existing. He was just there, cool, chilling, doing drugs and kind of things.
Acha.
And he died around 20 or 21, I guess. That's so.
The bassist?
The bassist. I mean, he's not a bassist. He's just like a
Matlab-
marketing piece
Ah.
to show the punk attitude. And the album is so good. You had like such simple riffs. And that showed me how much the guitar and the bass was so important. It gave the vibe of the song like some kind of a difference. Without the guitar, there's no bass. Without the bass, there's no guitar. It's like I'm right now. If I ever am in a rock band, right, like if I'm like the songwriter, I would want the Oasis sound, like the guitar sound.
You would?
I would be actually like Oasis kind of like sound. Like it feels like a grand thing.
So
you know?
if you were to form a band, you'll have an acoustic guitar for sure, a rhythm acoustic guitar for sure.
I'm not gonna even kid. I mean, I'm not even kidding.
Ah.
I write songs on the acoustic rather than electric. The electric is the one where I arrange at the last because I will just check in the acoustic if it sounds. See what I thought was if it sounds more country, right, it'll sound more rock on electric. That's the main thing you need to like.
Understood.
Yeah,
Understood your point.
Yeah, because it sounds like like what do you say, like a pop country kind of thing, you know. But when you play on the electric, it sounds like rock. That the arrangement part at the end. But if I ever form a band, right, I want a vocalist which will have attitude in his voice rather than being sensitive kind of thing.
And you would want to be what part of the band?
I would be the songwriter of the band.
In terms of instrument, which instrument?
The guitars offshore.
Guitar. You can play one guitar at a time, na?
There's another guy who
Acoustic or electric? Which one would you prefer?
No. In the live
Say-
shows, I would play the electric. I'll play the acoustic parts in the electric parts, in the electric guitars.
Okay.
That's what Oasis did. Like they did never. Acoustic set. They would have an acoustic set, but during the acoustic set, there was only the singer and the guitarist. But when there's like acoustic pieces, they felt bored. They're like, it's gay, bro, to use acoustic guitar all the time. So they used to take acoustic guitars. Electric guitars and play acoustic songs on those electric guitars, and it sounds like rock. Like they just increase the tempo of that song, and they'd be like, and the singer. That's the thing. If I ever have a band, right, I need the vocalist to have an attitude rather than just being sensitive all thing. Because I want the vocalist to carry the instruments rather than the instruments carrying the vocalist. That's what I think Nirvana even did. Even to this day, I still remember Kurt Cobain's voice like echoing through my.
So you know nobody in your college who plays any instrument or don't know your college band. Is there a band in your college representing your college?
There's a music club on my college. There's a music club in the college, but I've looked.
Have you ever attended?
I've taken a seat, took a chair with my friend. I was just sitting. They didn't even know how to play I Have Called.
So what happened? For how much time did you sit there?
1 hour 30 minutes.
Exactly. In 1.5 hours, what was the experience of that music club you're talking about?
Yeah. Me and my friend were sitting. We were just observing the songs that are playing. The only thing that they played was the Bollywood thing, and the voice.
So are you saying most of them were beginners in the music club in your college?
No, it's like they were too scared to play. If that makes sense.
But if somebody knows guitar, you would not be scared to play guitar.
No. Scared in the sense means they didn't put energy on the guitar. If that makes sense, like they play. They don't even strum. I see that like they should call it. See the mood.
But you can't always be loud, na? But I understood your point.
Yeah. But I prefer like a wall of sound, like just put like 4-5 amps in here together and just be like a wall of sound. Like it should be like that sound is like indescribable.
I understood your point.
There are songs like I think you need to listen. There's a song called I think what I played was Supersonic. Supersonic is insane. What's the Story? Morning Glory is so insane. They play like they play like this and then they keep on playing that same. They play those 4 chords, and the insane part is the first album, right? They just I think the most unique chords that were there were maximum were like 8 chords, and the solo and if you listen closely on the songs, right, they only played the solo on A minor and E minor. That's it. If you played like an E major, they would play E minor scale. They would play only this area. That's it. They won't like explore kind of thing. If they explore, right, they would play chords rather than because they didn't know music theory or didn't know the fretboard clearly. They just played what sounded well. So that was the insane part. Even Kurt did the same thing. Even the Smells Like Teen Spirit, he was like na 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 na. It was like that kind of thing. Like when I jam with those albums, right, I kind of realize how easy it is, but yet so confusing at the time. Because you're like, if I ran this thing, there's a thing called key detector, signature key detector on Chrome. You need to download the audio sample and you need to put it, and the website will give you what key. In their musical notations, the key will be like C major.
Okay.
But when I play, it was like on like B major.
It sounded B major.
Yeah, it sounded B major. When I ran in the key signature, it was like B major, but the notation was like C major kind of thing. So even the theoretical stuff, it was like so confusing because.
No, but it's the same. You can play. You can switch if you know the chords. I
Yeah,
mean, you
it's
can
like-
switch between
Yeah.
scales.
That's what I do. I could switch. I could switch scales.
Huh.
But if I switch the scales too much in the song, right, it'll make the song more confusing.
So you can switch maximum once.
Like so what?
If
What's
you keep
what's
switching, then obviously.
yeah? What's my formula is like? If I do a song, okay, it's like the main first verse will be like very sad, and the middle will be like very optimistic, and then I go full like energetic, and then I come back down, and then I go, and then I end with an open chord like this. Instead of C, I play like. Then what I do, I use that G1 X4, plug in my acoustic, just play this thing, or else if I'm too lazy to pick up the acoustic, I just plug in my electric and I put the acoustic simulator in that, and I just play. I just tone it very perfectly, and I put it, and I loop it, and I just play like so. And I just YOLO myself. It was like that kind of things, And
Nice.
because of that, your rhythm thing, right?
Ah.
You could see how much I improved on the rhythm part. It's like I got so obsessed by a comment like the rhythm part. I was like, I need to learn rhythm. So what I did was, the first thing I went back home, I told mom, can you please like go out of the room politely for like 10-20 minutes. I went into my mom was watching Netflix. Or Hotstar, I don't know. Mom was watching it, very interesting. I told mom, can you please go out? I have important college work. I needed, why you need acoustic? Just like 5 minutes, 10 minutes break for discussion. Okay, fine. 7 o'clock I went in. I mean, not 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock I went in. I came back 11 o'clock. I got so obsessed. I put earbuds and I was just, YOLO acoustically. I'm just following the rhythm or kind of like that. It's like in like what such a good comment you did. Like you need to practice with the tempos.
Metronome.
Yeah. The but
Yes.
I didn't know what a metronome. I mean, I actually knew what a metronome was. I played with the metronome, like it was just like 1 click or 2 click or something like that. It was like.
But you can change the sound.
I
But then
didn't
you
know.
now have figured out a better way to just put on some music and
That-
they play along with it.
Yeah, that's what I did. So
In the end, it should be as in concert. That's
yeah,
it.
exactly. If I practice like the solos, right? Like imagine if I'll proudly say I don't know any solos to play like Guns N' Roses or like that kind of thing. If I know the key of the song, right, I could do my own solo on top of it.
Let's do one thing, na. I'll come on the acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Okay? You sit on the electric.
What happened?
Acha. Oi, we've been sitting for 2 hours. I did not realize.
Oh, damn.
So let's do one thing, na. Let's do one thing. 10 more minutes, then let you sit on the electric.
Okay.
Okay? I'll put on the basic metronome.
Okay.
I'll give you some acoustic beats.
Okay. Fine.
Okay?
I think I'm like overwhelming the sound. I think I'm overwhelming the sound.
A little.
Yeah. Just.
take off the headphones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take it out. Take it out. Okay. Okay. Now put on the guitar.
Yeah. Just what?
And if you could lower a little bit more. Underneath the pad.
Underneath the pad. Oh yeah. Got
Somewhere.
it. Fine.
Lower the volume also.
Yeah. Yeah.
you're far better than the last time you came. Far better.
Bro, you know what? In Zoom G1 X4, there's a glitch, okay? I mean, there's everything. Yeah, okay, you listen to this. You listen, right?
Actually, the leftmost knob on that one, the left knob, just put it to 0. Just with your foot only.
How do I?
The left knob,
Yeah, this one.
no, the knob.
This one, output level.
Ha, output the left one. Ha, just put it 0.
Okay. Okay, so this pedal, right, runs on like cabinet simulators, right?
Okay.
Amp cams. So in this, right, you get like a muff sound. This, you need to turn off the mic when you connect to the amp, right? So because the amp will be acting like a cabinet for the pedal.
Okay.
But if you turn off the mic with the headphone, right, it'll sound very bad. Like it sounds like very muffed. But if I turn off the mic, right, now it will take input from the actual mic as a simulator.
Okay. Yeah, I was just doing something random. But then the earlier one was sounding good. The muffed one.
Wait, you plugged in audio interface, right? Then it's okay. Because mine, when I tried with my headphones, right, it sounds very muffed up. Yeah, that's why this sounds better because it runs through the amp.
Probably. Nice.
I'm looking at you, you're looking.
ended on the right note. It felt nice. अबे हाँ. हाँ ठीक है. It sounded nice.
It's like, yeah,
Nice.
that's just the 6-hour night routine.
Nice यार. This is good.
I
Good,
think,
good.
is there anything you want to add?
नहीं मतलब you're doing fine. Keep doing.
I'm doing.
हाँ, you're doing lovely.
No, cause I loved your criticism on the last session.
हाँ.
About the rhythm part,
Hmm.
and it actually helped me. To grow.
It helps rhythm. In the end, music is rhythm.
Yeah.
And so if you are able to be on time, then you'll be able to figure out stuff to do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's it. It's pretty simple. Nice, yaar.
It was
Nice
amazing.
session. Nice.